beneath the ordinary world lies a veil, and behind it, the voices of the lost still whisper.
We are your guides into the shadows, where true crime meets the paranormal.
From chilling crimes to haunted histories, we uncover the stories that refuse to rest.
This is Veil of Echoes.
Was it that bad, son?
It was that bad, Dad. I mean, I ran over her with a fucking car 100 times, you know?
Listen to that again. No hesitation, no emotion, no trace of what most people would feel after taking a life. Because by the time that call was recorded, 2 women were already dead. Not hours apart, not days apart, but the same night. And the man responsible wasn't hiding. He wasn't running. He wasn't even trying to explain it. He was talking about it like it didn't matter. No anger, no remorse. Just absence.
This is episode 52, The Murders of Wade Wilson.
Welcome back to Veil of Echoes, the podcast where true crime meets the unexplained and where some stories leave behind more than just questions.
Each week, we step into cases that unsettle us, crimes that don't always make sense, and people who don't always behave the way we expect them to.
We look at the timelines, the evidence, and the psychology behind what happened, and sometimes what didn't.
We're your host. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Bria. Before we begin, this episode discusses multiple acts of violence, including murder. Some details may be disturbing, and listener discretion is advised.
And if you've been listening to Veil of Echoes, following the show or leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really does help us grow.
It takes less than a minute, but it helps these stories reach more people.
And we appreciate you more than you know.
To understand what happened in this case, we have to go back to October 2019, Cape Coral, Florida. A normal day, a normal city.
And a man who would cross paths with 2 women who had no idea what kind of person they were about to meet.
Wade Stephen Wilson was 25 years old, living in Florida. At first glance, there was nothing that immediately stood out. No headline, no moment that would stop you. Just another person moving through his day.
Wade was born on May 20th, 1994, to teenage parents. He was later adopted and raised in Tallahassee, Florida, a place where he spent most of his childhood.
Growing up, people who knew him would later describe him as troubled, not in a way that always drew attention, but in ways that showed up over time.
There were reports of substance use at young age, minor criminal behavior, and multiple head injuries, including several concussions throughout his childhood and adolescence.
In later years, Wade would point to those injuries as part of the reason he felt unstable.
Which I guess I could see.
I mean, they do say when you have some traumatic brain injuries, it can cause this kind of shit.
And multiple accounts.
Yeah. Yeah, he grew up troubled.
Oh yeah. Neurologists also noted that Wilson experienced at least 2 concussions while playing sports as a child.
Yep.
Which, yeah.
I mean, it can cause that shit, so...
Oh yeah.
A little roughness.
Well, who was it who fell off was it Albert Fish? Who fell off the tree when he was a kid?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
and they blamed...
Thinking that could have...
I mean, it can cause chemical imbalance. I mean,
Yeah.
depending on which way you've hit your head and the way your brain smacks your skull.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it causing a lot of
Oh, definitely.
emotional
Chemical
issues.
imbalances, for
Yeah.
sure. By 2012, his encounters with law enforcement had already begun. Burglary, assault, and firearm-related offenses.
In 2013, he was sentenced to prison for burglary and grand theft, serving time until 2014.
So he was 19 then. So he's a year behind us.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
And after his release, the pattern didn't stop. It escalated.
In 2015, he faced charges of sexual battery and kidnapping after a woman accused him of assaulting her. He was later acquitted, but the accusation remained part of his history.
By 2017, he was incarcerated again, this time for stealing firearms, serving until mid-2018.
Even while incarcerated, his name surfaced in connection to something else. An alleged murder for hire plot. A claim that he had been offered money to carry out an attack after his release.
Jeez. In early 2019, a former girlfriend reported that Wade had assaulted and choked her. She initially accused him of more, but those charges were not pursued due to lack of evidence and an existing no-contact order.
By July of 2019, just months before the murders, Wade Wilson was arrested again, this time for battery.
Looking back, it's easy to connect the dots, to see the pattern, and to recognize the escalation.
But in real time, those moments were scattered. Separate incidents, separate warnings that never fully came together.
Nothing that clearly said this person would go on to take 2 lives.
Until October 6th, 2019.
The first person Wade Wilson encountered that day was Kristine Melton.
Kristine was 35 years old, a mother, a woman with a life rooted in the people around her. Someone who had built connections that extended far beyond a single moment.
She lived in Cape Coral, Florida, worked, raised her child, maintained relationships, living a life that, to anyone around her, felt normal.
On October 7th, 2019, Kristine met Wade Wilson. They spent time together, talking, driving, an interaction that didn't immediately raise concern.
At some point, they went back to Kristine's home, a place that should have been safe.
And at some point that night, their interaction became more personal, more familiar, the kind of moment where trust is assumed. And that's what makes what happened next even harder to understand.
And somewhere inside that home, the dynamic changed. There was no public argument, no clear escalation anyone could see.
Because he had anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big time anger issues.
Wow. Ugh. I mean, just listen to his interviews. Makes me want to punch him in the face.
Just like
His face makes me want to punch him in the face.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
like,
so
what the
stupid
fuck?
looking.
Him sitting in the courtroom just smiling and half cocky like, I'm gonna get away with this
With
bullshit.
his stupid, ugly tattoos.
No, you ain't, motherfucker. You ain't gonna get away with shit. You've been getting away with some shit, but it ain't happening no more. You done fucked up.
Yeah, people thought he was good looking.
Like, what in the
Gross.
fuck could have happened that made you do what you did?
Well, he was always a troublemaker, obviously.
Yeah.
But
He's a
just his
dick.
defense, and like, what could he have, like, there's nothing they could have said that could have led to this escalation of violence.
No.
To run somebody over like that?
Well, because he had anger issues,
Exactly.
obviously.
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
want-
think the CTE was the only problem.
Oh, no, not at all.
I feel like he was also very sexist.
I think his
Oh, yeah,
anger
yeah, I can
issues
see that.
probably led to his
Yeah.
CTE because he was playing too violent doing sports. Like, there's no reason for you to be that rough. Like, you can tackle
Yeah.
somebody and put them down. There's no reason to try to break yourself in the process.
No. Investigators later determined that Wade Wilson strangled Kristine Melton inside her own home.
After killing her, he didn't call for help. He didn't leave immediately.
He stayed.
He used her phone, drove her car, moved through the rest of the day as if nothing had happened.
No urgency, no visible panic.
Just continuing on.
And just hours later, he would encounter someone else.
The second victim was Diane Ruiz.
Diane was 43 years old, a mother of 2 and a bartender. Someone who had lived a full life, with responsibilities, with people who knew her, and with people who loved her.
Her life wasn't without challenges, but she was still someone who mattered. Still someone who was here.
Later that same day, just hours after Kristine was killed, Wade Wilson crossed paths with Diana. She was walking, alone.
Moving through her day, with no reason to believe anything was wrong.
At some point, Wade pulled over and offered her a ride.
She got into the car.
There was no visible threat, no raised voice, and no sign of what had already happened earlier that day.
No way for her to know that she was sitting next to someone who had already taken a life.
At some point during that drive, Wade Wilson strangled Diane Ruiz.
Then he drove over her body, multiple times.
2 women, hours apart, both killed by the same person.
2 separate encounters, 2 moments of trust, both ending the same way.
So when you hear this part of the story, does it change the way you think about everyday interactions, like accepting help or getting into someone's car?
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately,
And that's
yeah,
what
'cause
sucks for people who say they actually need help, and now you see people
Yeah.
like that and you can't help but think,
I don't know
like,
how this dude looked one bit of trusting at all myself. I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
Well,
but
he didn't have the tattoos yet.
I mean, I'm
on his
sorry.
face.
If you got like regular tattoos, I'm like, cool, but when you're fucking got some weird shit going on your face, I'm
He
like,
didn't have those yet.
He didn't have them yet? That was just before
Yeah,
court?
I
that
know
was
he
at-
was.
yeah, that was during
I think he was on
JJ.
the
I was about to
process
say,
too
dude.
of working on his neck.
Yeah,
because I noticed
he didn't
that.
have them on his face yet.
Yeah,
That
he was,
in
like,
prison.
Yeah, he was going through the process of his neck getting tattooed, and then when he was in prison,
still.
he did the half because it is. I think the one half of his face is supposed to be Florida.
He's stupid.
That's
Yeah,
Well, he just looked like a troublemaker. And-
exactly.
He
That's
really
why I said
did.
I don't know how he looked one bit of trusting. I didn't know he didn't have the tattoos before then.
No, he did that
but-
to be a dick. in
yeah, he
jail.
did that in prison because then he also had swastikas tattooed on him
Yeah.
because he's a neo-Nazi. Because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it does. It makes you.
And he
think
really
about,
thought he was going to get away with all this shit.
I
Oh yeah, he sure
I
did.
really-
Oh my god! I was watching a
really-
video where they were trying to one time they were trying to arrest him for I don't remember, but he would not get out of the fucking car, and then he just took off. I'm like, you fucking idiot!
So-
Get out of the car!
That's
And then the cops chased him.
I mean, you can't really plead for insanity when you're fucking
no. And
said you ran over multiple times.
Like spaghetti.
Yeah, like if you're just like, I don't know, like there's no reason to run somebody over, and to do
No.
it multiple times is like, bro, you did that on purpose. You can't even be like, it was an accident. How the fuck?
Yeah.
it was an accident. I just kept driving.
Like running
Idiot.
over somebody's
kept
foot's an accident.
driving.
Running over a whole person is not an
Yeah.
accident.
No, and it's like
Multiple. Like,
I have a feeling that he honestly, after he did it, he probably just laughed.
That's one description I wish I would have just heard from, like, not him, because the way he said it was just like, alright, bro, that's disrespectful and ignorant. Like, I know that's how you are, but come on.
Yeah, ran her over
You could have
until
used this. You could have just said I ran her over multiple times. That's it. You could have just stopped there.
Yeah.
ran her
Wouldn't have to
over
go
until she
over.
looked like spaghetti. Like
And he still don't have no remorse.
Well, no,
they're
he's
not going to.
That's,
No.
Because the first girl,
Like you said.
Kristine, I think, I think they had sex too.
Like,
Yep.
you're the one that brought this story to my attention. Didn't really ever pay attention to what was going on back there, so.
He was fucked up. And I'm sorry who followed his case and thought he was attractive and didn't deserve any of this. You've got problems yourself.
Yeah,
I understand. The dude was a good-looking guy. He really was.
You stupid.
But to sit there and sexualize him after what he did to 2 women, absolutely fucking not.
Oh, it's like not even him. Like people like Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson. How, this woman from Missouri got married too, like shortly before he died. I don't know, but like, or Ted Bundy, for example,
getting married on trial and shit.
Or Jeffrey Dahmer, even like everyone was.
The Ted Bundy one got me too, because like you just listened to him like confess to murdering 16-something plus people, and you're like, I'll still marry you.
I still bed you down.
What?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck,
No.
why not?
No, if you find any type of serial killer remotely attractive, you've got psychological problems that you need checked out.
Yeah, because that's, I don't know.
Because if you come up to me and tell me, oh, well, he was a good-looking guy, I don't give 2 shits what he looked like. He fucking ran a woman over.
Like, of course, it's different until you figure it out. Like, once you learn and you know what he's done, then it's like,
But even the people that have learned and known that he's done, and they're
they
still
need
like,
help.
oh my gosh, he is so
Definitely.
good looking, he doesn't deserve. No.
People
Then
are
go be in there.
nuts.
Go be in there with them.
And he locked
See
up on
how you
fucking
like it in
Shutter
there with
Island.
them.
Exactly.
Like,
He's a.
I
It's
hope.
crazy to think
He's
of-
just so cocky, and he just. Ugh.
I hope he is the. I don't know. The runner of the prison. I hope he is his bitch.
I just hope he's miserable every day.
I really hope he is too.
Because, like, there's something definitely demented. If you're just going on a date with somebody and then, all of a sudden you've seen somebody who needed a ride and now they're both dead.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass motherfucker is what
And-
he is.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he driving in the one's vehicle when he found the other one?
Yeah.
That's from what we were just going over, that's what I remember is
Yep.
after he murdered her, he was parading around in her car like nothing happened, and that's when he came across her needing a ride.
And he didn't even have a reason. He just randomly
Exactly,
decided to
that's
pick her up.
what the fuck. There's never a reason, but what the fuck? Just be like, I was bored, so I wanted to murder somebody. Like, what is going
Yeah,
on
it says
with people?
after he strangled her, he drove over her body until it was disfigured,
It's hard to deny some of the arguments they have about, like,
leaving her body in a field.
No, of course he left the body.
like, if somebody's gonna do it, they're gonna do it. I don't think anything really influences them. I think they're just demented that they're already on that path.
Oh yeah.
And it's just sad because there's no reason.
Nope.
Just 2 innocent people trying to get through their day.
Cause it's an asshole.
Oh, but he's just so attractive, guys.
But yeah, it made everybody on edge. Like, you're never, like, especially at the point where...
I'm sorry. He's
well,
so gross.
this was 2019, correct?
Yeah.
And that's like in the midst, like, we're 3 or 4 years into Uber and Lyft booming, so now, like, people can't even pull up to do their job
no,
anymore
that's
without you
sad.
being like,
Yep.
what the fuck are you doing here?
Yo,
I came to
why'd
get
you pull up on
I
me,
don't
bitch?
know, you don't look the same.
Your
No.
picture doesn't look like what Uber sent me.
Yeah.
Ew, have you listened to his phone calls with his girlfriends and stuff?
I've only
Yeah,
seen...
she's like,
disturbing. It's gross how he. Ugh.
and she was like agreeing with them, but then would take the information back to the investigative team. And then his dad also
Yeah.
testified against him, but he had phone calls with his dad where his dad's like, we're gonna get you out.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, the fuck you ain't.
Sounds like his dad's just as nuts.
I'm like, dude,
But
excuse
wasn't his
me?
dad the one who called on him? I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his dad testified against him, but there
Yeah.
was prison calls between the two where he was like, oh, well, we're gonna do this and we're gonna try and... It's like, no.
Yeah. Leave your piece of shit son where
Leave
he
him
belongs.
there. Like,
Right.
come on.
Gross.
He killed 2 women for no fucking reason because he's fucking psychopath.
Yeah. Exactly.
He doesn't deserve to be in society.
And he has no remorse.
No. And
Dahmer's dad didn't even try to be like, I'm going to get you out. He was just like, you fucked up, dude.
yeah, he was just
I
like...
felt so bad for his dad.
Well, yeah, because he tried.
But I mean, even his dad had admitted that he knew he played a part in Jeffrey's issues because of doing the whole taxidermy stuff with
But
the,
you wouldn't
know.
think like, oh, my son's gonna end up.
You never
No,
think
you
like
wouldn't
that.
think that.
You know, so he's like, I would have never done that.
There's so many things that you
Exactly.
just don't think
But
about
then
in everyday life.
he would have probably found something else to do. You know, he would always find out his way to what he did.
It would have always been
Unfortunately.
someone else's fault.
Yep.
Well, if he
I mean,
wouldn't have
his
done
dad
this
didn't
around
turn
me.
out like that.
Well,
But
well,
he took full accountability for what he was doing. He thought he was wrong for it and needed to be locked up. But, I mean, he still continued to do it while he wasn't locked up. So he was just kind of fucked up.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like that Ashley Parmalee girl.
Oh God,
She just got let off with a slap on the wrist.
I'm sorry.
She's in a mental facility. No, she does not deserve to be in any mental
'Cause
facility.
weren't they like
She needs
9,
to be
8?
executed.
I say firing squad. Or actually medieval
Saw style.
torture
Yes.
devices.
Saw style.
Fucking put her on a fucking board, string her fucking legs over, string her fucking arms over, and then start fucking pulling those shits apart.
Yes.
Actually,
I
do
like
it the
that
way
one.
they used to do it with the horses. They would take horses.
Quarter
Dude,
'em.
we need to do a episode on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want
Wild
to.
Wednesdays.
Well, for people
We need to
like her,
start
they
doing
need a
Yeah.
slow, like the Brahmin bull thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't think it. I can't
Put
see
her-
that without thinking of Antrim.
Well, I mean,
Isn't that what was in that movie?
if you're gonna do something like that to your own children, there's no other way for you but slow torture. Like,
It was a giant ass Satan statue with a penis.
yeah.
Oh my.
Remember
fuck
the
it.
penis sticking up front?
Yes, I forgot about that part till you mentioned it. Oh, she thinks it's funny too.
I think that was the worst decision we all ever collectively agreed to watch.
Watched it all. That was the sad part. That's funny. Yeah.
I mean, none of us were cursed, so I think we're all right.
I don't know now. Weird shit's been.
I mean, you know, it may have just been cursed because of what was done to the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. By the time it was over, he would call someone and admit to everything.
Not long after the murders, Wade Wilson made a phone call to his biological father.
During that call, he confessed, telling him that he had killed 2 women.
His father and his stepmother didn't hesitate. They contacted police immediately.
The following day, Wade Wilson was arrested. He was found driving Kristine's car, still moving through life, as if nothing had happened.
And when questioned by investigators, his responses weren't what you might expect. There was no visible remorse, no emotional reaction to what he had done.
At one point, he described Diane's body after running over her and compared it to spaghetti.
Not as a moment of shock, not with hesitation, but casually, as if he wasn't talking about a person at all.
And during questioning, he said something else. He told investigators he would be willing to do it again. No anger, no remorse, just nothing.
As the case moved into court, the focus shifted. Not just what Wade Wilson did, but why?
Why does he have to have the same name as Deadpool?
I don't know, but I'm gonna start comparing this guy as Wade Wilson, whereas Deadpool's gonna be Wade fucking Wilson.
There we go.
Well, I mean, we got Wade Wilson, Deadpool 91. This dude was born in 94, so they probably named him after him.
Yeah?
And he is a mouthy motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No.
Deadpool doesn't care.
But I like Deadpool. I don't like this.
Deadpool is your anti-hero hero.
Well, this guy's just a shitty fuck
Yes.
who decided to do something because he was bored.
Deadpool has some sort of morals. This guy does not.
Yeah,
Some sort of morals.
I mean, deep down inside Deadpool, there's morals.
yeah, they're down there.
But this guy, he ain't got him,
he tried
period.
saving his girlfriend.
Yeah. But this guy, nah. He ain't got shit.
No.
He saved Logan.
Fucked up.
During trial, his defense introduced evidence of brain trauma, multiple concussions, neurological damage that experts said could impact impulse control.
Bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
But the prosecution argued something else. That his behavior was driven less by injury and more by drug use.
Maybe.
Can definitely add to it.
Two explanations, neither of them changing what happened.
In court, his father testified, repeating what Wade had told him on the phone.
That after strangling Diane, he ran her over again because she wasn't dead yet.
And when he asked why, Wade didn't offer an explanation.
He said, "I just wanted to do it."
Stop to give her a ride?
Yeah. Yeah.
She got in the fucking car with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was it. Yeah.
No motive, no gain, no emotion.
Just the desire to kill.
The jury recommended the death penalty. 9 jurors for Kristine, 10 for Diane.
And the judge agreed. 2 death sentences.
The case drew national attention. Some people pointed to his brain injuries. Others focused on the brutality of the crimes. But not all the attention was outrage.
Some of it was admiration.
There were women who began writing to him, sending letters, expressing attraction, and even support.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, yes, he was a good-looking guy, I will admit. But to sit there and say and plead out,
Like, why would you fucking
No.
write to a murderer say you're what?
"You're sexy."
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I think they have some issues themselves.
Exactly. They need to go sit down in a mental ward and have their brains fucking scanned to see where the fucking holes in the brain are coming from. Demented against the attractive.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they don't think it's going to happen to them. Like, no, this is just 2 random people.
Yeah, if he just, it was just 2 people.
Yeah.
No, he would have continued to do it.
Right.
2 people from most accounts it seems like he hasn't seen till that day.
Gross.
This was a phenomenon seen before, where violence and notoriety became something distorted.
But there's nothing romantic about this. Nothing misunderstood. And nothing to excuse.
Just 2 lives taken, and families left behind. While awaiting trial, he tattooed his face, including a swastika beneath his eye, and another on the side of his head.
Idiot.
Fucking neo-Nazi piece of shit needs to be fucking... This dude pisses me off more than anybody. Here, let me
And he
tattoo...
enjoys it.
Here, let me put half of
That's the
Florida
thing.
on my face.
He enjoys it. He's a fucking... Someone needs to... I hope he gets punched every day.
I hope he gets...
I hope he gets a pineapple shoved off his ass like Hitler did.
Oh.
Little Nick.
Pine cones. Multiple pine cones.
Yeah.
Like,
Multiple pine.
here, let me put half of Florida on one side of my face. Let me tattoo fucking skull on the other side of my fucking face. And then let me put fucking swastikas on my face.
Obviously, he has something wrong up there. If
It's
he thinks
like-
that looks...
If I was in prison and had to see his face every day, I would be that person that would finally say, you know what, I'm gonna be the demented one now, and I'm gonna skin his face. Get rid of that shit. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, like he thought the tattoos were going to save him from his penalty.
I don't know. He was just being a dick.
It was just another form of him
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
give it to the man.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
what he was
asshole.
doing.
Exactly.
But yet women were still, oh my god, he's even more attractive with the tattoos. guess what? He's not going to be attractive when I fucking rip his face off. He's going to look like an actual fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
It's that whole, like, I just don't understand. Like, man, there's so many other things you could do with your day.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah,
like, oh, fuck.
no, like, motive for it. He just did it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's
what the
fucking
hell?
nuts.
Like, go do your drugs in your house and just...
Something, somewhere out of society.
God, don't... Like, bro, seriously. First off, and another thing for the women that have been, you know, writing to him and saying how attractive he is.
Oh, shit.
What about those kids?
Yeah.
That those families, you know, what are you thinking about them kids?
Yeah, that's
You're a piece of shit too if you ain't thinking about them damn kids that just lost their parent.
exactly.
Later, he was involved in an attempted escape, tried to organize a getaway, even while already facing death.
Does not surprise me.
Why don't you just attempt your escape off of a damn bridge?
Yeah, escape life.
What was he even?
I can help you.
What, did he take a spoon and try chiseling away at the brick?
Allegedly.
I'm curious.
What you making this brick out of nowadays that they can get through it with a spoon?
Hey, you never know. Some of them fuckers are determined.
He attempted to escape from the Lee County Jail in September of 2020 while awaiting trial for double murder. Wilson was identified as the primary planner and instigator of the attempt. He allegedly used fellow inmates to try and arrange a getaway vehicle for a late-night pickup. Wilson and his cellmate, Joseph Katz, tampered with the only window in their 10x10 cell. They successfully removed the metal frame and caused several cracks in the thick security glass. Deputies received a tip about a possible escape attempt. Upon searching the cell, they discovered the damaged window and a note signed by Wilson detailing the getaway plans. You fucking idiot.
Have you ever noticed that a majority of these people leave a note behind? It's like, you're fucking stupid. You are gonna get caught.
Yeah.
He's like, this is where you can find me.
Wilson was initially charged with attempted escape and criminal mischief. However, these charges were later dropped in August 2024 as part of a plea deal involving unrelated drug trafficking charges he also accumulated while in custody. Jesus Christ.
Just getting charges
Yeah,
after charge.
you know what? The death sentence is best for this dude.
Gosh. When you step back and look at everything, the violence, the detachment, and the lack of remorse, it leaves one question. Was this someone shaped by trauma, or someone who had always hid this in him?
It doesn't really seem like with the football trauma to the head or the sports trauma or whatever he did.
Again, like, I feel like this is like with everyone. Like, were they born with it, or were they... I can see it going either way. Because either
I can see he was probably born with it, and a head injury
kind of just
brought
like,
it to
life.
Out.
Yeah. Because sometimes the most terrifying thing is not understanding why. Kristine Melton, Diane Ruiz, two women who should still be here. Two lives that mattered. They weren't headlines, they weren't a story. They were people with families, with memories, and with futures that were taken from them.
And no matter how much attention cases like this get, we cannot lose sight of that.
There's nothing intriguing about this. Nothing misunderstood. Nothing to admire.
And the fact that people choose to romanticize individuals like this, write to them, support them, be drawn to them, is something we should be questioning, not feeding.
110%.
Yeah. Question.
Good God.
Yeah.
Because when attention shifts towards the person who caused harm, we risk forgetting the ones who suffered it.
And this story should never belong to him. It belongs to Kristine and Diane. And that concludes this episode of Veil of Echoes. If you found yourself drawn into this story, please take a moment to follow the show, leave a rating, or share this episode with someone you trust. It helps our voices carry further than we ever could alone. And this Friday, we're stepping into something different.
A story that started online, with no history no origin.
But people didn't treat it like fiction. They believed it.
Believed it enough to act on it.
Because in 2014, 2 young girls made a choice to prove something was real.
Even if it meant hurting someone else.
So what happens when something fictional stops feeling fictional? Until next time, keep your ears open.
And the veil closed.